Yes, sir. What's good? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Old Head Sports Talk, and I am your esteemed host, Old Man on the Sticks, man. What's good with you? Maurice said, what's good? Go Blue, baby. You already know it. Dirty Creek. What up, big bro? What's up with you, family, man? How you doing, dog? I already know. Hey, man. Terry, what's good? Go Blue. Terry already came out with swinging, didn't he? Terry says, so my first question is, how do you think the team is going to coexist together? I am going to answer that question. I believe it's going to be easier than you think. Trust me and believe. Trust me and believe. Just got my PS5 finally. That man said, finally. Good God almighty. Hey, that is a dub, though. When you finally get that thing is a good look, man. What up, Alan, man? What's good, man? What's up with y'all? Hey, so about the coexist thing, Terry, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, man. He said, hey, man, don't laugh. No, listen. I ain't laughing like a negative thing. I'm laughing like it's a positive thing because, bro, when you finally get your console, like, you know, I'm a PC guy. Like, I like playing on the PC, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to college football, obviously, you got to play on the console. And, bro, PS5 just where it's at, man. Xbox falling off the cliff, man. I don't know what they doing, but they ain't doing what they need to do, man. But regardless of the fact, shout out to you for that. What up, Sticks? Okay, cool. Look. So before we get started, I'm gonna go ahead and answer Terry's question for him because I gotta tap in for Terry. So coexisting, I feel like it's gonna be easy because right now in the climate of college football right now, it's interchangeable parts every single year. So what you start with definitely ain't what you end with. And so the brotherhood, while it's there, is different than what it used to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's different than just committing for a whole time and having a brotherhood. It's more like you come in, if you rock out, we cool, but if you go somewhere else, we still cool. We'll stay in touch over the internet type deal. So I don't think it's gonna be an issue, man. Yeah, Dirty Creek says, I know we were being negative. Oh no, I get it. He said, Xbox more. He said Xbox better. PS5. Here we go. All right, so first things first, man. We got to get into some conversations, but before we do, I'm gonna shout out every single person, and we gotta. Hey, listen, chat. We growing. We growing, and the reason why I'm saying we growing is because today we have a sponsor, and our sponsor is none other than the Lord Himself, Jesus Christ, man. Round of applause for that. You know what I'm saying? See, I thought I ain't there yet, but I'm there. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of the fact, we want to say thank you for him because without him, there would be no us. And you know how we got to start this because this is just the truth. It's great. It's great to be. It's great, man. You know what I'm saying? So we already know that first and foremost, period, point blank. He said, hey, round of applause for Jesus. You already know. So we got some interesting things, man. With the music that I'm playing in the background, if you do hear, it's kind of subtle, but at the music that's at the beginning of the show, that's my man Jude Fresh. I always want to shout out Jude Fresh because he is the one that provides me with the music. He's a Houston guy. I've known him for over 10 years, man. The dude is dope as a producer. Great friend of mine, man. He got his website. Check his link in the description below. You can contact with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you need music or whatever, or you need beats for whatever you got going on, he gonna be able to provide them for you. So that just put that out there for him. You know what I'm saying? He was like, here we go with this. Listen, man, we ain't talking about the other state today, Dirty Creek. Don't you start. It's your boy, Liche. What up, good? What's good, Liche? Man, so also shout out my Maize Out Sports family and the crew. You know what I'm saying? We had a great, and I do mean a great guest on Monday. Go check out that Maize Out Monday. We had Kenneth Scott. Dope interview. He was a former Utah wide receiver. If you haven't checked it out, we asked some great questions, you know what I'm saying, to see what what are we getting ourselves into with old Coach Whittingham and the staff. And I'm going to get to that when we get to the Michigan news. But, man, dog had me ready to run through a concrete wall myself. And I ain't played football in years, you know what I'm saying? But either way, I was hyped. You know what I mean? He said, thank you for answering my question. No problem, Terry. You already know. So, without further ado, man, you already know what we're finna do, man. We got to get it cracking because there's some things going on, and we're going to start this a little different than what we usually do. We're going to start this a little bit different. We're going to go to what we say is the college news here. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go to the college news here. We got to go to the college news. And why are we going to the college news? Because, listen, man, these jokers are about to mess a good thing up. And what do I mean by that? He said, check out his songs, and Rise Up is a banger. Oh, yeah, for sure. That's 100%. We got to talk about what's the climate of college right now before we get into all of our teams, because we know we care about our boys, you know what I'm saying? But let's get into the climate, because this is definitely going to have an effect on everything that's going on, right? So if you haven't checked out that Whittingham interview, what he did with Urban Meyer, I suggest you to go check it out. We're going to talk about more of that information later, too, as well. But when we talk about the climate of college football right now, it's the wild, wild west. There's no rules, like, you know what I'm saying? We got a commissioner, but the commissioner is more about third-party NEO deals and not trying to get those, like, not trying to get student athletes taken advantage of. So they're more focused on those compared to what's really going on. And what am I saying? What am I talking about? There's no way that we think that this current climate is going to be sustainable. Like right now, they just offered, what's my man, Ty Simpson, $6.5 million, right? That's a crazy number to prevent somebody from going to a professional sport. Like, you're trying to, and granted, if his math is mathing, he gonna make way more money that year at college than what he would even as a first rounder. Like, you know what I'm saying? But in the same token, in the league, he's gonna get he's gonna have his guaranteed money, but then in the same, but he's still gonna have a breakdown like of what he'll get throughout the year, right? But it's still gonna be a little bit different. So the reason why this is an issue is because your goal was never to stay in college the whole year. Your goal is to literally go forward. You see what I'm saying? And now we don't have that. Like, what we're doing now is we're paying these guys an extreme amount of money. And I'm not mad about them getting their money. Let me make that abundantly clear. I'm not mad about that. But when you start tampering with people's careers and trying to keep them to where they just stay in college, hey, man, come on, you can stay here for like 6-7 years and get your money up. Bro, this is a problem. And now you see one guy get $6.5 million. So then the next quarterback, who might not even be at a school that can afford that, is going to be like, I deserve $6.5 million. So you keep driving the market up. Then once that happens, since you can't pay me, I'm going to transfer. So we just got, it's diabolical work. And another issue that we're having is every single player is a free agent every single year. We got to change that. It's something we got to do. I know they don't want to make these guys employees, but bro, you're paying them. They got revenue shares, and they might as well be employees. The students might as well be employees, because then if they're employees, you can actually have binding contracts that can actually keep individuals there. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it needs to happen. It's just where it's at. And there needs to be a salary cap, because the people are blowing money. Like, think about, from what I heard, the climate and your roster changes every single year, right? And then now you also got to redo deals of players that's already on your roster compared to players you want to bring in. So there's an uptick of 20% of your budget going up every single year. 20% is a crazy number. And I know we say, well, college makes a lot of money. Yeah, they do. But if you just think about that, keep going up 20% every single year, there's no way you're going to be able to sustain that. We need a salary cap. There needs to be a certain number to where you can't go over, and it is what it is. Whether it be 20 million, 25 million, whatever that number is, it needs to be a number, man. We need to get there. He said they are employees, 2-year deals, and they need to have a donor. I would be pissed if I gave Hayward $1 million in the third string snaps. Hey, man, listen. This is where we're at, though. We're in a bad space, and so they need to figure this out. And again, they opened Pandora's box without even having an idea what they were going to do. The NEO deal was a great idea, but we should have figured out a way to even implement this and took our time to break it down before doing it, because now that you just jumped into it, you don't have any way to sustain this now. Now it's just case in point. How did we lose Haynes? And I'm not picking on Justice Haynes. Get your money. I completely understand. But Justice Haynes wanted, what was it, 2.8, I believe, for 1 year, and you didn't even finish the year? I'm paying you for what I think you can do? Like, no. I can't do it, because if you get hurt, I just lost a lot of money. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a business at the end of the day, too. So you got to be very, very smart at that. Yeah, they definitely need a CBA. They definitely need a CBA, Liche. It needs to come in. We need an association to go ahead and clear this thing up, because where we're at is kind of crazy. So that's the portion on the money. Now let's get to something even more diabolical. They want to extend the college football playoffs.
Damn.
They want to extend the college football playoffs. Not to, we got 12 teams right now. So, oh man, what they want to do? They want to, SEC wants it to be 16 teams. Tony Petitti, I ain't even gonna say Big Ten. We just gonna call his name out. Tony Petitti wants it to be 24 teams in the coming years. What in, man, 24 teams?
Oh my God.
How do you figure that's going to be sustainable, man? And let's do simple math, because if you got 24 teams, you know, oh man, I took the time to map this thing out. So catch this. If you got 24 teams in the college football playoff, they talking about the G5 teams, which always get their boot smokes. I don't even know why you even talking about that. But bam. So you got 24 teams. To make this thing even work through a bracket, that means the first 8 teams, the top 8 teams, they're all going to have first round byes, right? So then that means 9 through 24 is going to play and then move forward. And then the brackets will even out and everybody will start playing. And the way that they're doing is, I guess they're trying to even out games to where everybody plays the same amount of games. But you won't, because if you're a G5 team, then that means you play the G5 championship, which means, boom, if you play the G5 championship, that means you still play 13 games, but you run the risk of, if you made it to the championship, you would play 18 games, right? If you won your conference title game, or you didn't, the majority of the teams in the college football landscape is going to end up playing 17 games. That is insane. XP Diego says, "Hey, how are you doing? It's been a minute. I've been working a lot. Let's go Seahawks." Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. So he said, "I can hear tears of Notre Dame in the request right now." Now listen, the whole thing about Notre Dame is, as long as they finish top 12. Even like right now, they've already signed an agreement. So as long as they finish in the top 12 of the rankings, they're automatically in. It don't matter what you do, what you say. What happened this year can't happen next year. And so that's an issue within itself, because you're not in the conference. We're giving you special treatment to just be you, as long as you can finish in the top 12, which ain't going to be hard, because guess what you do as Notre Dame? You get to pick out who you want to play. You handpick it. Oh, no, USC, look, I don't want to play them no more. Michigan, I don't want to play them no more. Let me get Navy, though. I don't want Clemson, but let me get Duke. Like, you start picking out these easy teams, and next thing you know, you're always going to be into the college football playoffs. And so that's an advantage Notre Dame has over other teams, is they're not playing equal caliber talent, and they can alter their schedule, because that's the first thing they were talking about this year. It was like, we played tougher teams and we got punished for it. So you already know, when teams start talking that jargon, they definitely finna go ahead and switch they playbook. You said Duke is a sleeper though. No, I'm not. I'm just saying in general though. You can insert any sorry team from the ACC. It's a few of them, and that's how it's gonna be, right? So when we see that, it's like this format is not gonna make sense. And how much football is too much football at the college landscape? Like, I know we're paying these guys money, but dog, you want them to play 17 games? That's the NFL season. Like, you know what I'm saying? And in the same token, y'all got the portal window so weird to where they can't even finish or even finish with their team without having to transfer or jump into the portal. So that portal date needs to change, and this whole calendar needs to just be shifted. I feel like the portal should be at the end of the season. I feel like the end of the season should literally be January 1st or the first week of January. Everything else should be figured out, man. This should just be hashed out and done, because there's no way that we're getting these weird days of football for college because you're not trying to interfere with the NFL schedule. It's just too much, man. Give us the football that we used to have before then, and let the NFL have their way for the new year, because that's just what it is, and it's the professionals. That's not college. What up, Johnny, man? Salute to you, man. What's up, my brother? How you doing? You said, Liche said they should just rope conference championships into the college football playoffs. That'd be kind of hard to do. I wouldn't necessarily want to do that, because that doesn't necessarily mean that every team needs to go. Because case in point, just like with the Duke getting into their college football playoff and end up playing Virginia, Duke definitely didn't belong in the college football playoffs. But they won their conference. You see what I'm saying? So that's where that could be a problem. He said, whole 17 team game, 17 college games. Yes, sir. Man, that's too much football for these young guys, man. So I just think that the college game, they need a committee to figure this out. I know you hired a commission to deal with this money and all these so-called neo deals, but now you need a commission to really govern this thing, bro, because it just don't make sense, man. And only thing that's going to keep happening is we're going to consistently keep seeing the same thing. Oh yeah, I just made $2 million here, but they want to give me $3 million. Y'all gonna match the $3 million? No, okay, I'm going over here. It's just bad for the business, man. It's bad for college football. It's bad for college football fans. A lot of us are college football fans due to the simple fact of people playing, staying there forever, becoming legends at their school, stuff like that. We don't like NFL because it's interchangeable. You go buy a jersey, and next thing you know, you got to go buy another jersey. Like, you get sick of that. Like, bro just left. He went somewhere else. But now in college, you just make sure you get the generic names. Don't get a jersey with a name on it. They might not be there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So regardless of the fact, we got to be careful about that. So he said, Diego said they play tough. And not gonna lie, it's a little better than the NFL. Yeah, for sure, because they're trying to get to the league, Diego. You know what I'm saying? So when you have a goal in mind, you're gonna play a little bit tougher than what it is, man. But that's that. You know what I'm saying? That's the college landscape. That's the college news. It's ridiculous. Hopefully we can get some type of some better leadership to get this thing situated, because the NCAA don't know what the heck they doing. They out there, they confused. That whole scheme is outdated and it's trash. It needs to go, man. We need to get a new crew in here to fix this, man. Period, point blank. But now, you know what time it is. Let's talk that Michigan news, man. Let's talk our boys, man. Now, like I said, when I was with the Maize Out, we had an interview with Kenneth Scott. Listen, man, Kenneth Scott had me so hyped for the fact of what I was hearing from him, and then just listening to certain things about Coach Whittingham and just how he does things and how we just needed that. Period, point blank. It's just what it is. Like, if you think about Michigan, and I know Johnny there, I know Johnny finna be like, yes, sir. When you think about Michigan, you can really see that we didn't have discipline. We were poorly coached. It was just all bad. Like, case in point, Bryce Underwood. It was clear that they just gave him the keys and said, hey, man, figure it out. Like, bro, come on, man. You gave this man no guidance. You told us Chimp Lizzy was the QB whisperer. The only thing he was whispering was to the head coach of Missouri to get up out of there, because he did not do his job. He didn't look good, and it killed our team. Maurice said that was one of the best interviews. Man, I'm not lying. It definitely was one of the best interviews. We had a great time in there. So when Kenneth was talking about it, he was just talking about the fact that Coach Whittingham is a straight up and down like 6 o'clock. That's how he runs his program, and it's more about you're going to conform to us. We're not going to conform to you, which I love. And so when we say all that, you got to think of the people that we're getting in these portals and how we're picking up and how they're distinctively picking certain people, because the one thing that they're good at, and we've seen them do time and time again over there at Utah, was develop people. Now, they didn't get the great talent, but they developed them into something. So with that being said, you can get better talent, but you can also develop that talent to be greater. So that alone is a good thing. And him individually meeting with every single player and asking them, hey, bro, what do you want to do? What are you trying to do right now? That's a key thing, because if you give him a goal, he's going to hold you to it. He's going to make a pathway for you to get there. I love that, because it just seems like we just didn't have that. And we can call a spade right now. Michigan was falling apart. And it seemed like Harbaugh did it to us on purpose, man. I feel like Harbaugh set us up. Hey, yeah, hire Sharon, man. You know what I'm saying? He'll be able to take care of it, and then be like, y'all gonna miss me when I'm gone. That's kind of like how I feel like he did us, man. I feel like Harbaugh did us dirty. And then when they asked him, like, can you believe what happened to Michigan? He's like, all right, man, I just don't know what to say right now. I bet you don't, man, because you set us up, man. That's just my opinion, man. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Harbaugh, you know what I'm saying? He ain't know, but I definitely feel like he set us up. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Let's say they helped the players be prepared to shine at other programs, for sure, 100%. You got to, and they built them up the right way, right? So when you build these guys up, I feel like he's gonna have the opportunity to do something great within Michigan, within the four walls of Michigan too. Harbaugh knew what he was doing. Hey, that's how I feel. I feel that way, Maurice. I promise you, I feel like Harbaugh knew what he was doing. I feel like he was like, oh, y'all hate me? Well, you finna hate this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what it was. I didn't hate Harbaugh, but, you know, there was a lot of rumblings in the building about Harbaugh. So I feel like that was his get back, right? But Bryce not having a QB coach to help him develop, and then what's even crazier is that the QB coach from his high school asked Sharon, like, hey, bro, you want me to help him out, like, to develop him, to get him going? And Sharon was like, nah, we good, like, because I guess he didn't want to pay dog to do it. So it's like, Well, how did you feel like he was going to get better? He just don't get better by playing football. You start to understand things a little different by playing football, but my mechanics aren't being talked about. I don't know what I'm doing, my footwork, everything that we had an issue with Bryce this year. We was like, bro, who's coaching this kid? Like, we kept asking, like, who's talking to him? We wanted him to run more, but even when he was running, he was holding the ball like a loaf of bread. That's the worst thing to do. That's why he kept fumbling. The man's hands ain't strong enough to hold the ball. We seen that. Man, it was just so much stuff going on. He said everyone good. He took him. Everyone else was a bad middle finger. And Ward, everyone in charge, and I can't blame him. Yeah, I can't blame him one bit. Yeah, no, for sure. I'm with you on that one. Seth, man. But it is what it is, man. Like, it was just a bad deal, and so when you look at just what we got now, Witt's here to make people buy into the system. Like, you're going to buy into here. And when you do that, you got to make sure that you're getting the right individual. And sometimes getting the right individual ain't always cashing out. And I think that's where we have a bad ideology to be like, hey, man, this man's a great player. Pay him what he wants so he can stay. But that may not be conducive to your team because that's an eye type of thing. Now, granted, you're supposed to get your money, but I don't understand why we telling students to just go out here and try to cash out at this level when literally you're going to make so much more going to the league. You just want to be in the position and a place that can shine your talent, showcase your talent, and then get you to the next level to where you can sustain it. That's just what it is. We're not teaching that anymore. We're telling every student, hey, man, get your money within these 4 years of college or 5 years. They trying to Oh, what's good, man? Welcome to the family, Pharaoh, man. Welcome to the family. So we tell these kids, hey, man, just get your money, instead of telling them, like, look, get your degree, get what you need, get paid. Don't be undervalued, but at the end of the day, if your goal is to play football for the rest of your life, then the league is where you need to be. Don't worry about it. The NFL is going to take care of you. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we just need to focus on what we got going on right now, and we don't. And that's what kills us. Like, so it's a crazy thing. Now, because I talked to Kenneth and we had that great conversation on that interview, which I'm going to keep plugging because y'all got to go check it out. It was dope. My expectations have changed. And I ain't going to lie. Has y'all expectations changed a little bit about the team as you see what's going on now with us getting Snowden, with us getting old John Henry? Like, you see some of the pickups we got. We just got a linebacker, what's his name? Christian Pierce, which is a good pickup because now they're just trying to fill in that depth chart. I feel like our secondary is going to be a lock. Even though we lost a lot of people within that secondary, we gained a lot of people. What's good, Shadow Man? How you doing, my brother? The reason why I say we gained a lot of people, the people we lost, man, like, I don't feel I get why you left. But the people we bringing in are better. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. The people we bringing in are better. You name one DB that you think is better than Snowden that left. You can't. Don't even do it. And then with the safeties that we lost, Metcalf and Hillman, the guy we got from Memphis, what's his last name? I can't think of that guy's name. But I seen his film, number 5. Dog is a problem out there. He is nasty. I think he is literally going to wreak havoc in that secondary. So I feel like our secondary is very, very good. Bracey, there you go. Appreciate you, Maurice. Bracey. I feel like that our secondary is now an upgrade. You said Snowden is the best nickel. 100%. I believe that. So now that we've upgraded there, we're still upgrading on the line, but we've definitely took a step in the right direction on the offensive line. Now we just got to deal with these linebackers. And I'm not saying that the linebackers we got can't step up and do what they need to do, because now they're going to have an NFL coach that's back there with them in that linebacker room getting them together. I feel like they got the talent. We've seen the flashes of talent through high school of the guys we got. I really believe that Owusu Boateng is going to take a big step this year. I just feel like he is. Get him bulked up, get him to be a bigger size, like, you know what I'm saying? And that nutrition is key, and get these guys, because we're in phase 1. If you didn't know, Kenneth talked about it. We in phase 1 right now, which is the winter workouts. Phase 1 is mental toughness, and that's what they're finna get. They're finna get a whole bunch of mental toughness, and they gotta meet whatever so-called goals they put in front of themselves. So I feel like if we get Owusu Boateng a little bit size, he can literally be that Cole Sullivan, because we didn't know nothing about Cole Sullivan until this year. We knew he was on the roster, but he didn't have his pop-out year till the year we played, right? And I feel like we still can have that same type of deal, especially with a secondary that can cover, and then with a defensive line that can get home. And word on the street is we looking at that defensive lineman that just came from Nebraska. I'm not familiar with the young man's name, but he just entered the portal, I want to say yesterday, and it's word on the streets that we may be looking at him. So it seems like he's getting actual football players to plug in what he needs for his system. And I'm telling you now, Jay Hill's system is going to be nasty. We're going to get back to the system that we're used to seeing when we had Jesse Minter and Mike McDonald. So don't fret. You're going to see a lot of defensive schemes. You're going to see twist stunts, and you're going to see an actual schemed up defense. Now, saying that, we can honestly also see that since Bryce didn't have no quarterback, since these coaches weren't really doing nothing, we can say it now. Wink was garbage, man. Wink was what? Trash. He was that, man. And I'm telling you now, Wink wasn't trying to develop anybody. He didn't know how. All he knew how to do was come up with a scheme and have the players run the scheme. That's an NFL mindset. In college, you got to be able to develop these guys, make them understand the who, what, when, where, and the why. He couldn't do it. That's why he stunk it up, and that's why I'm glad he gone. Everybody got mad at me because I want to get rid of Wink. We should keep Wink, man. He should be out of there, and now he is. And so be prepared to see the flashes of greatness on defense that we had before. You said Wink was outdated, man. Allen, I'm telling you that man was outdated. Stunk, man. He just got on my nerves. He just sat there looking like, oh, make the tackle. How about you cover the middle? You know what I'm saying? Every time he did it, bro, he was killing us, man. So I'm so glad that he's going. But trust me, Hill's going to be the look we need. Now, we missed out. We missed out on the linebacker, right? Now, this is I can't say this is a problem because it's Michigan, man. So, but I'm gonna say this, man. We missed out on that linebacker from California. I can't say his last name. I should be able to, but my wife gets on me. My wife is an Islander, and she'd be like, "Just say it." Nope, because if I say it wrong, I might be a meme. You know what I'm saying? But either way, we missed out on him because of admissions. He wanted to come to Michigan. He wanted to come here. But again, if you were a junior going into your senior year, just know, if you ain't graduated, you ain't coming to Michigan, man. I'm telling you now, because they're not going to allow you to come to Michigan because you didn't spend majority of your time at Michigan, so they don't want to give you the brand. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. They're not going to let you get the name. Well, I graduated from Michigan when you weren't here long enough. That's how it is. That's just what it is. That's how it's going to be, because we love Michigan for football, but we got to understand that football players ain't the one giving up these kneel deals. It's all these jokers, these doctors, these computer science guys. These the dudes that's coming up with these kneel deals. They got these Fortune 500 companies, and they all Michigan alum. Like, so that's who really cashing out. I have yet to see football players be like, yeah, I just gave, you know what I'm saying, I'm giving about a $2 million to, nah. It's definitely going to be them guys. So with that being said, that's why they hold that name up. So you said that Michigan is a joke. Cal is almost Ivy League, though. Hey, almost ain't close, though. Hey, you just got to say what it is, Maurice, man. That's just what it is. Michigan is like that. I'm telling you. My son, we filling out paperwork right now. Still to this day. Man, they got me, man, listen. I'm out here filling out tax return forms and everything. Put in number 911B just so we can get done with the freaking admission. So that's just how Michigan is, man. They cross their T's and dot their I's. So that's what's always gonna hurt us, but it is what it is, man. I can't be mad at it because I get it. That's just what it is. So speaking of which, let's talk about this old transfer portal, right? Because we got people coming and going, and it is what it is at that point. Like, Michigan lost, I want to say, up to 20-something people. We still got people in the portal. They're still trying to fight for Ty Haywood to stay. And so, but I heard that, like, so it was allegedly said that he had already committed to Alabama, but then you come to find out he didn't completely commit. I don't know what's going on with that. So they're trying to fight to bring him back. It is what it is at this point. That was your initial school you wanted to go to. I feel like the only reason why you came to Michigan was because of the money. I don't even know if you really wanted to be here, and that's what I'd be saying. That money kind of throws everything off when somebody throw a bag at you to try to bring you somewhere and then don't really have a plan for you. And now we can have a plan for him because we're trying to develop guys with one of the best offensive line coaches in the land. But beforehand, it just didn't have a plan. I feel like we were just throwing money to kids and getting them to come here and trying to win off their talent compared to trying to develop them. So that's an issue. They're saying Hillman's looking like he might go to Virginia. Florida State's trying to give a quick push to him. Sanders went to Notre Dame. Notre Dame's sneaky with a lot of stuff that they're doing. If you ain't paying attention, they really are sneaky grabbing people. I don't necessarily mean it's going to be good, but in the same token, I feel like Sanders was a good pickup, but we did pick up DBs where I guess he thought he felt like he didn't want to fight for his position, or he felt like it would be a little too tough. I don't know. But I'm glad that Shamari Earl stayed because I feel like he's going to be a contributor. Now, the question is do we we sneaky good in this portal. Yeah, I know, Shadow. I said it. I'm giving you your flowers right now. Now, do we think Snowden gets the number 2 or does Earl keep it? I feel like Earl going to be like, "Nah, bro, this belongs to me." I feel like Snowden might be number 11 or something. I don't know. But he probably ain't getting the 2 off of bro. But either way, that's just what it is. So also with the portal, we heard that Haynes might be going to Georgia Tech. That's what it's looking like. But again, nothing definitively locked in. I'm guessing because, money talks and he's trying to get that for sure thing. So we'll see how that goes. And again, not wishing any ill will in these guys, but sometimes the system you in is why you're breaking out. And a lot of these guys don't understand that. So when you switch a system, you may not have that same type of scheme that you can showcase your talent. So even though we know Georgia Tech's a running team, I don't know if he'll have that same type of output that he had here. But I'm glad you kind of left, though, because now Marshall and Hyder can do what they need to do, because that definitely tells us that Hyder's going to probably touch the field early because he already has the body type for it anyway. So we're good on that. We did get the wide receiver, French from Texas, so that's a good thing. Only thing I'm kind of worried about is that we don't have a senior guy in that wide receiver room. We have a lot of young guys, which that means they're going to have to do a lot of talent developing to really get these guys where they need to be. Even with Marsh, as great as he is, and he's our definitive number 1 right now, we still going to have him get through some level of development as well. Like, everybody got room to get better and improve. And as long as we keep focusing on that, I think we'll be good. You said Notre Dame still won't win the Natty. I agree. I concur that message. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they will either. And I just think it's more of it's a styles thing for Notre Dame. It's like they need to definitely have something else going on before they can get there. He said, "Can't believe Haynes didn't go pro. If he gets hurt again this year, he'll exactly. He ain't doing nothing, man. Say it again, Seth. He ain't doing nothing but hurting his draft stock. That's all he's doing, because in the NFL, you see how they do running backs. Running backs ain't premier positions like it's supposed to be. So people really ain't getting paid, even though Gibbs is about to get a check. I'm telling you now, Detroit finna make it rain on Gibbs. We ain't got no choice. So if we don't make it rain on Gibbs, boy, oh boy, it's gonna be a problem. But he gonna have to learn that he should have just probably stayed where he was at and just played. Like, again, you don't have to get your money now. Get your money later with what you're gonna do. You said, are we not going after the wide receiver from Ohio State anymore? You talking about what is that guy's name? Porter. Is it Porter? I think I know you're talking about. I think it's Porter, but he was a 5-star. Yeah, I know you're talking about. I don't know if we're going after him or not. I don't know. I know he was 6'4", but I think they want somebody that's a senior guy, because again, we're bringing in, if we can get, it's Porter. Okay, cool. If we can get Moa to come in, Moa wants to be a wide receiver. They're recruiting him as a wide receiver, not as a defensive player. So that wide receiver room is loaded when it comes to that. So Porter went to Notre Dame. Oh, okay. So then there you go. He went to Notre Dame. We'll see what happens with that. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, he was. There's no telling what that could be. I'm gonna let that go. Let him go to Notre Dame and see how it works. Slash says, in my opinion, Whittingham was not a good hire. He is a good Michigan. He is not a good a Michigan man or a good recruiter. No, in your opinion. No. So Slash, I get what you're saying, right? But luckily for him, he ain't got to do too much recruiting. All he got to do is show you by the output. Like, you know what I'm saying? If he can show you by what we do, like case in point, if this year we finish 10-2, 11-1, or whatever with the schedule that we got, I ain't got to recruit you. I'm showing you what I can do, and I'm showing you how I can take this team and make this team better. So, and Michigan name alone recruits itself. I'm just being honest. Like, if you like, it's Michigan, and in the same token, like revenue sharing, we're on every game we play is on TV. So we got certain advantages a lot of schools don't have, and that's why we here. And Johnny said Haynes want too much for someone that only played half the year. Hey Johnny, that's exactly what I said, bro. I said dog played 6 games and won $2.8 million. But hey, how about we cut that in half? How about I give you 1.4, and if you last the whole season, we'll give you the 2.8. But I doubt you're gonna do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't have paid him that anyway. That's ridiculous at that point. You said everyone. I'm hearing on Whit, he is what we needed after more fiasco. Yeah, for sure. Like, so, Whit is stability. Whit is football. Whit is only about football. Whit is about grittiness, toughness. He is about making people better, players and staff alike. Everybody who's spoken about him only has great things to say about him. So I feel like that alone is what we need at Michigan, because what we've seen on this field for this last 2 years is ridiculous, and that's all coaching. Our coaching, that's why I'd never – no shot on Moore, but I just felt like – I was like, bro, this is a bad hire. Your first coaching job cannot be Michigan, man. Your first head coaching job can't be Michigan. It just can't. You really have no ties to Michigan. You were just the offensive coordinator, bro. Like, really, that's it. Like, you came from Oklahoma. Like, that's where your alma mater is. So it just didn't make sense to have him as our top dog. But at the end of the day, man, it is what it is. They picked him. He failed. Now we got a better opportunity to do something else with a better coach that's more experienced, has network, brought guys in that we thought he wasn't going to get. And he got everybody he wanted just about. So what wide receiver room got 2 wide receiver coaches? Come on, man. Like, we cooking, man. Just trust the process is what I'm going to say. If you was going to trust the process and relax when Moore was there, man, trust this process and watch him cook. I promise you, within this 3 to 4 years, we're going to be fighting for a championship. This year is going to be a understand the scheme. We're going to fight. We might make a deep run to playoffs, right? But past that, once he starts to fill in these little holes that we got and really start to get people to buy in, we're going to be a problem, because Jason Beck is really finna make it happen. Hey, he said, what's good, man? Hey, that's my man, Maize, man. Maize the madman is back at it. You know what I'm saying? He here. You know what I'm saying? Telling everybody he is upset. You know what I mean? As usual. I respect your opinion, but I think the extra 2 years we'll be lucky to win 6 games under Whit. Hey, Slash, I'm going to tell you right now, you can book it and ship it. Book it and ship it. We going to win 10 games next year. Book it and ship it. Record it. I promise you. We win in 10 games next year. And I'm going to tell you why. This team won 9 games and coached themselves. They coached themselves. I guarantee you we win 10 or more this year. It's a guarantee. It is what it is. I'm telling you. The writing's on the wall. The way that he spoke about Bryce and broke down Bryce's whole development lets me know that this man knew football. The man said Bryce has an issue with his spine. The spine movement. Bro, I have never heard of that, bro. I'm just going to keep it a buck. You know, I ain't never heard nobody say, hey, man, the way he throw his spine off. Like, his spine off. So I'm telling you now, bro. The man knows football. He knows, he's seen everything that's wrong with Bryce. He knows what it is, and he's going to put it on Beck and that QB coach. Hey, man, get him together, get him where we need him to be. And the scheme that they're going to put around him, man, Michigan going to be better than you think. I'm telling you right now. Terry said, haters going to hate. He said, preach. I'm just telling you. In 6 games, he said, come on, big dog. You heard Scott talk? Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, listen. I'm going to keep it a bean. Let's keep it a whole buck right now. He was at Utah and never won less than 6 games. You know what I'm saying? He was at Utah and never won less than 6 games. So if he did that at Utah, come on, big dog. You know he finna do that with Michigan, period, point blank, bro. He gonna go crazy with us. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he already diving into the rivalry too. He already know what type of time it is, man. So trust the process, man. That's what we got to do. We got to trust the process. And I believe we going to be good, man. Period, point blank. And book it and ship it, put my name on it, and say the old man said it. And if I'm wrong, sue me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I know I ain't wrong. I know we going to win this. So, again, with the portal, we've seen that. I really don't care about nobody else's teams, what they doing in the portal, because it seems like everybody throwing money left and right. I know LSU out here trying to make it rain like a Sunday night in Magic City. I don't know what's going on over there, but boy, oh boy, they throwing that cheddar at every single person. Hey, you want to play football? Hey, boy, look, that's all they trying to do. So that, because of the landscape, is only going to get you so far. You still got to coach them up, and I feel like that's where we got the advantage with our coaching staff, is we going to coach some people up, man. So I'm proud of what we got as our team. I see what we got, you know what I'm saying? And that also, with the Taylor Tatum, I forgot about him because he's a good pickup. Taylor Tatum is definitely going to do some work. We got J.J. Buchanan, which is the 6'4" tight end / he's now a wide receiver. That's why we didn't get Porter. That's the reason why we didn't get Porter. I totally forgot about J.J. Buchanan. J.J. Buchanan is a 6'4" tight end / wide receiver.
What up, though?
Oh, what's good, J-Dub? What's good, man? J-Dub, welcome to the family, bro. He completely covered. He completely switched over to wide receiver. So that guy, if you haven't checked out his tape, the way that he moves and twerks his body and shields defenders, he's going to be a problem. That's going to be a good target for Bryce, a good big-size target. And I feel like with the wide receiver room that they're building, there won't be much drop-off when you start to interchange these guys out when you're subbing in and out, which is the key thing. If the backup is just as good as the starter, you'll never have a drop-off in productivity, man. And that's important. Like, and then we got Jonah Liche. I'm saying it right. I hope so. Jonah Liche, man. Good pickup for our defense. Our defense is going to be an issue. I'm telling you, that front line going to be better than you think. Now, we're still trying to get Etta back. If we can get Etta back and just make him buy into the system, I think we'll be good. But we'll see. I don't know for sure. Detroit Wolverine, man, go blue. What's up, bro? Go blue, dog. You already know what it is, man. And Terry says if he couldn't recruit, we wouldn't have the players that we have, and the ones that we are coming back, because if he couldn't recruit, we wouldn't have the coaches we have either. Recruiting is just not okay. Yeah. So recruiting, yeah, he can recruit, Terry. Like, and believe it or not, everybody know what opportunity is. They know what it look like and when it knocks, right? You know what I'm saying? So we ain't got to even worry about it. Like, Michigan name is going to stand on its own. It's the test of time. We're the winningest program in college football, whether people like it or not. That's who we are, and that's what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? Strength and conditioning will be a major factor for the D-line, 100%. What up, though, J-Dub? What's good with you, bro? It's definitely going to be a big thing. Strength and conditioning, period, for this whole team is going to be good. But the crazier part is you're going to see it with Snowden. You're going to see it with John Henry. All those Utah guys coming over, they're going to be plug and play. We're going to have to build up because, again, we had a sorry strength and conditioning coach. Just call a spade a spade. And so now you got a guy that's really out there like, nope, you better not eat that. Don't put that out there. Don't give this to the players. Only serve this. Make sure y'all doing this. Your nutritional value this. Let's go ahead and put him on a weight plan. Let's see where he at. Dude is very active, and he don't play around. That's coming from the words of Kenneth Scott, who dealt with bro. So he already know what type of time it's on. You know, he gonna be on. Like, share, subscribe. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, Maize, for saying that. So, with that being said, that's what we're looking at with the transfer portal and the people that we got. Now we got to talk about. We got to talk about the college football semifinals, the results, right? We got to talk about the results, right? Oh, Maize. Let's just talk about that one first. What in the world happened here with Indiana, 56, Oregon, the deuce, man? First and foremost, a 30-point victory in a semifinal is outrageous. You know what I'm saying? We got to give Indiana a round of applause for that. He said, I got to go. Hey, I'm just saying. So, Indiana came, showed up and showed out. The one thing I say about Indiana is they're playing remarkable football. Even late, they don't look like they skipped a beat. Even with a week off, they look like they were primed and ready to go. And they showed from the first play of the game. The first pass was the worst pass, and it was already a pick six. Oregon tried to make it competitive and make it 7-7, but at that point, once Indiana scored again, They just put the onslaught. By halftime, it was like 35-7 or something. It was like, bro, all right, man, Indiana made it. And what's crazy is Cignetti wasn't playing the radio. He still made his guys play the game until like till what, 5 minutes left. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. For those who play football, I think y'all understand this and know exactly what this is. He said Indiana on some demon time. Hey, he said Indiana on some demon time. And they got Miami shaking in their boots. I don't know, but listen, I feel like Indiana coming out there with them, if you see Indiana coming out with them construction boots, they got Timberlands on, know what type of time they finna be on. But I really feel like he was making a statement. And the reason why I'm saying that is because usually when you up by a lot, you start to dial off, all right, pull your guys back. But when you leave your guys in, it's like you telling them, hey, man, game ain't over. Finish the drill. Just like Kobe said, we ain't done nothing. Game ain't over. Job not done. Job not done. And so with that being said, that was his mentality. So that's why he kept them in there like that and had them keep playing. He said, Indiana hit Oregon with a domain expansion. Oh, you silly, man. He said, not Tim's. Oh, yeah, out there with them Tim's on. Listen, when you see a joker, I'm going to get my brother. Go get your brother. Dog come out with the Tim's laced up. You already know what type of fight this finna be. It's finna be a long day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pack a lunch. And it ain't going to be an easy one. Like, you know what I mean? But we already seen what Indiana did, man. It's really nothing to talk about with that one. Like, we just Oregon couldn't do it. Oregon couldn't get it done. They're asking if Moore is going to stay. I feel like Moore should go ahead and go to the NFL. Ain't nothing left to do. Let them young guys behind you play. You already got Raiola committed. So just go ahead and leave, bro. Just go ahead and go get your money. You still going to get paid. You might be a second rounder, depending on who need what. But just go ahead and get your money, man. He said, Maize says, I ain't got a front for Cignetti. Does have these guys with, hey, listen, they all black Air Force One energy. I'm telling you, they out there like stumping in them ones for sure, bro. They ain't playing no game. He said Cignetti packing these teams up for years of obscurity. Super. Hey, it's bad, Maurice. You just can't, you got to respect Indiana and what they doing. But now let's talk about, if y'all go back to the last live, and for those who was in here with me, did I not say I got Miami by 4? And if you look at this score, it's like God touched me himself and said, I'm going to help you with this one. Book it and ship it. I was like, yeah, because when I seen Ole Miss score, I said, oh, they up by 3. I said, if Miami scores a touchdown, oh, my predictions come true. I was looking at Beck like, come on, let's go. And that joker ran to the left, and they almost lost. Listen, Chad, if it was 7 more seconds left of that game, it was over. Ole Miss would have won. That's all it needed was 7 seconds. The way that they got down there within that time frame so quickly, in 13 seconds, they got all the way down to the 30. If they would have had 7 more seconds to add to that 5, I feel like they would have scored. Ole Miss, man, and Chamberlain, hey, man, Chamberlain's the truth. He came out of Michigan. I ain't never heard of bro until he went to there, but, like, this man is crazy. And I feel like because the NCAA is not going to give him another shot to extend his year, even though he was playing against a guy that got 7 years, we ain't going to talk about that. I feel like he's still is going to get maybe a second round, third round on somebody, and he's going to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. I feel like he will be. He's going to have to work his way up to it, but he just has too many intangibles in the way he sees the field. Now, Miami did drop like 4 picks. So it was some bad passes, and he trusted his wide receiver in some points where he shouldn't have. But I still feel like after the right QB development and the right team, I feel like Chambers will be an issue, man. I feel like he will literally be an issue in the NFL because he just has certain intangibles that you like, the way that he moves and everything. The boy is the truth. So I think it's going to be a real good look for us, man, a real good look. He said Sig had them boys and rearranging them guys. Hey, you stupid. You dumb, man. But now, since we know that, we got to talk this old national championship. And I'm going to keep it a bean. I'm going to keep it a bean with you, man. We got to talk it, man. So Indiana is 8.5-point favorites right now. That's a lot, which means they don't even think Miami got a shot. Now, I'm going to say this. All the stuff we've seen to the prior games about what Miami can do and what we've seen Indiana do, that really means nothing. If you've ever been in a national title game or just a championship game in general, your team could have did all these things so great throughout the year. But this one night, if you don't do it this one night, it's all over. So this one night is what's going to be cute. You said IU is going to put Miami on a T-shirt for the Natty game. I don't know, man. I feel like this is going to be a team, because these teams, believe it or not, are very similar. And what do I mean? They both have the same play style. They're trying to play keep away with time of possession, and they're trying to score every possession, right? And I know you're going to say that's all football teams. No, it's not. Some teams are very explosive, and they want to get down there and get it going, right? Like, case in point, an Ole Miss is a more of explosive offense. These offenses are very methodical. They're slow-driven. They just keep the chains moving to try to tire out your defense and keep them out there as long as they can to go ahead and punch a score in, right? So when you have two teams like that, and then both of their defenses are built kind of the same as well, with a great front four, very speedy on the back end, and very disciplined. This is going to be a very good game early, but I feel like Indiana's just going to start to weigh on Miami a little bit more, because Indiana has a lot more ways to beat Miami than Miami has to beat Indiana, right? Again, for Miami to win, a lot of things have to go right and a few things have to go wrong on the Indiana side. For Indiana to beat Miami, they can still make some mistakes and still win, you know what I'm saying, because of the caliber of team they are and just how they're playing. So what I think that Indiana gets the job done. I think the Big Ten wins 3 championships in a row. And I'm not just saying that because, the Big Ten. No, I'm just saying I really think they're going to get it done. And I don't think it's going to be 8.5 points. I think Indiana wins by 10 plus. I think Indiana jumps on them. And I know for a fact that if Indiana jumps on them early, Miami can't keep up with them scoring-wise. They just can't. Miami scored the most, 24 points. But their defense kind of saved them throughout this whole run. But I don't feel like they can just beat Indiana, man. Like, that's just what it is. I feel like this game here, it's over. You're gonna give Indiana. I got Indiana by 10 plus, man. So if you think I'm wrong, put some money on it. But I got Indiana by 10 plus, hands down. They're gonna win it. Indiana's gonna bring it home, and then Kirk Cinetti finna go out here and start recruiting some more 23, 24-year-olds to get to fill in this next team, right? But I promise you, we play them next year. And don't be shocked when Michigan get that dub. I'm calling it right now, because I feel like Cignetti's a demon. I get it, but I feel like Whit gonna have the juice to go ahead and squeeze that orange juice, man. Squeeze that orange and get what he need out of him. I really truly believe that he's gonna be able to go ahead and knock these guys out. So let Indiana have their fun right now. You know what I'm saying? You can be the national title champs, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, I feel like we're gonna go ahead and take it to them. And we'll beat them next year, man. I feel like we're going to be way better than people think. And that's just being honest, man. I feel like Michigan is going to be – the trajectory for Michigan is very high. And believe it or not, 9-4 this year was our low point. That was our low point. I feel like we're just going to be different, and we're going to shock a lot of teams, and we're going to shock the nation. And then the story that's going to go around here, because just prepare for it, because you know how media is, it's going to be – Whit did the unbelievable. He's one of the greatest coaches of all times. He arguably, if he can do this with Michigan, he can be set in stone to be one of the college greats in the Hall of Fame. You know how they do all this stuff, and then when you finally lose a game, it's the same old Michigan we used to. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how they gonna do us, because they always do us that way. But I honestly believe that Whit is really gonna change our program around, and we're definitely gonna be national title contenders, man. You said, and Coach Whit is going to put Ryan Day in the headlock. Hey, I need that. I need that headlock. Allen, I need that headlock bad. I'm telling you, I need that headlock. And, man, shout out the Wolverine basketball team. I know we lost our first game by 3 to Wisconsin. It's all good, man. It's a basketball. You're going to lose a game or two. Trying to stay undefeated only makes your season more – it makes it harder. Just play ball, shoot it up. Go for the next one. They dropped us to number 4. They put Iowa State at number 2. And then guess what happened? Iowa State got the doors blown off of them. So they lost to Kansas. So they finna drop out of that spot, which puts us right back up to number 3. So we ain't worried about it, man. We just going to keep playing ball. We starting to get into conference play with the hoops, man. So just shout out to them boys, man. If you haven't watched them out, check them out. Them boys is nice. They nice now. You're going to be shocked, but them boys can hoop. So – anything else, man? Anything else in the chat? Y'all got any questions? Let me know. Anything we got to say, man. And if you have not, you know what I'm saying, go ahead, hit that sub button one time for the one time. I do appreciate it. Obviously, it says Old Man on the Sticks, but it's we've changed it to, you know what I'm saying, Old Head Sports Talk, which I'm gonna fix that and change that. But at the moment, that's what it is. I'm also on Twitch playing games. Not at the moment because, you know what I'm saying, my classes got me kind of dialed in and locked in, so I ain't got too much time to be playing around. So with that being said, I ain't gonna waste your time. You know what I'm saying? You said, when do these transfers hit campus? I think as soon as possible because school's actually started. For the most part, depending on where you're at, they either start this week or they're gonna start next week. Because I know Arkansas started this week, and I know Memphis and stuff like that, they start next week. Only reason why I know that is because I got a young player that was on my team, and he committed to Memphis to go play football. And then, crazy enough, this is how you know the game is chewed up. He committed to Memphis to go play football. We literally did the going away and taking the pictures. Everybody got the Memphis stuff on. And then Arkansas calls him like, hey, man, I know you're supposed to be going to Memphis, but we'll pay you more. Oh!
At Maize Sports, super chatted $2. Why did you leave? #Mo Mondays crying loudly crying.
Man, you know good and darn well. First off, thank you for the $2 super chat, man. You know good and darn well I didn't leave, man. Why you acting like that? I'm trying to excel in IT like you, good sir. I didn't go nowhere, you know what I'm saying? He said, why did you leave? He said, you should do a call-in show. Hey, matter of fact, Alan, you know what? I am going to do that, man. I got to go get the StreamYard to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I got to merge it with my OBS, and then I was going to go ahead and do that. Because I'm definitely going to start doing call-ins at the end just so we can have a good conversation, especially in the morning time when everybody at work or at the crib. He said, all I got to say is GG's Buckeyes, Belter on Michigan. Hey, Hayden, listen, man, I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. I'm going to even give you some shine. I'm going to put it up there for you. Hayden, man, listen. It happens. You finally got your dub, and now, you know what I'm saying, we got ours. Oh.
At Maize Sports, super chatted $5. I joke, I kid.
Hey, man, thanks for the $5 super chat. You out here tripping. He said, I joke, I kid. No, man. We having a great time. But listen, man, let's get back to Hayden, man. We got to get on Hayden real quick, man. Listen, this belt to butt thing, hey, man, enjoy it because it's not next year. Hey, y'all might be in trouble next year. We got a head coach, if you didn't hear. And our head coach ain't out here talking to your little girls on the sideline. This head coach locked in on football, you know what I'm saying? This head coach ain't on America's Most Wanted putting butter knives to his neck. This head coach is actually looking at the playbook. You know what I'm saying? So y'all boys going to be in trouble. Understand that. It's going to be a lot of diabolical work once we get out there. We going to smoke Ohio, man. I'm telling you now, book it and ship it. And if we don't, I'm still going to say we're going to do it the following year. You know what I'm saying? But either way, you'll never get me to say they better than us because they ain't. You know what I'm saying? He ain't kidding. Get the Buckeye scum out of here. Hey, y'all already know. Speaking of which, this is this head coach probably mid. No, he ain't mid. Hayden. Trust me. If he was mid, he wouldn't have got hired. I'm telling you right now. Don't believe him. Just watch him. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't believe it. But when he coming down there to old Columbus, and all of a sudden you hear a lot of slow singing and flower bringing, just know what happened, man. Just know exactly what happened. You said, watch Utah versus Oregon Pac-12 championship. Hey, from years, listen, Pete Utah. The boy got something. Listen, as long as he got what he need to perform, man, Witt is a great coach, and now he got players, man. Period, point blank. It's going to be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing. I'm trying to tell him. It's going to be a sea of red with their head down, with water below it, tears, crying, because it won't be the first time Michigan won there, and it won't be the last. He said, boy, I was literally typing that when you said it. Hey, man, you got it. Hey, man, you already know how we in the same mind. We in the same mind, man. He said, 1-2, we're coming for you. Hey, they already know what type of time it's on, man. We going to smoke. We gonna be smoking on that Ohio pack, like they call it. Like the young boys say, the YNs. We're gonna be smoking on that Ohio pack, you know what I'm saying? Hey, especially if y'all keep the same quarterback. Y'all keep the same quarterback, y'all gonna be hearing this. Y'all gonna be just like that. Y'all keep that. Cause saying He ain't it. I tried to tell you all year that nobody will listen to me. M3, who won the Natty last three? Who won the Natty last night? Oh, don't tell me he lost. Don't tell me he lost, Johnny. Buckeye fans about to be crying worse than the Packers after Caleb ate them up. Big facts / big facts. It's going to be nasty work out there. I'm telling you now. But with that being said, man, it is time to go. I appreciate every single person, man. Shout out to Johnny. Hey, shout out to Maize. Shout out to Liche. Shout out to every single person that came in here, because without y'all, man, would be no me. And I definitely appreciate it. You know what I mean? And shout out to the good Lord himself, because without him, there would be no us. So you got to constantly give him his praise, you know what I'm saying? Because he's the greatest person of all time, if you didn't know. And with that being said, until next week, hey, man, get your popcorn ready. Indiana by 10 or more. Book it and ship it. I'm telling you now. Don't sit here and think you're going to watch a good game. It's going to be a good game as far as the national anthem and the kickoff. From that point forward, it's going to be a boat race. Somebody's going to get smoked, man. I'm just saying it. Miami had fun. You had your man out here, Coke Irvin. He was out here putting belt to all these little imaginary things, but it's over now. It's over. It's over. Miami is cooked, fried, dyed, and laid to the side. They out the way, man. It's gonna happen. Go Blue, Seth, man. And you know, before we go, we got to make sure that everybody know this. We got to make sure everybody know this. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. And for my Ohio fans in the chat, when we get to Columbus next year, all you're going to be hearing is touchdown Wolverine. I just want to make sure you understand that that's all you're going to keep hearing. It's just going to be touchdown Michigan. It's just going to be so much going on. You're going to keep hearing touchdown Wolverine. And before you know it, you're going to get your boot smoked, man. And with that being said, if ain't no one told you that they love you today, just know that Jesus loves you, man. Peace and love, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.